Really essential principles that people use when trying to connect the Bible with today. And what it is we've really got to get the heart of not what the Bible says, but what the Bible means. And that's quite different. And the way in which we do that is we have to figure out, what did it mean? What does it mean? What did it mean in the time and the culture and the context it was written? And what does it mean, therefore, now? So with something like the different types of literature that you find in the Bible, so you've got poetry and you've also got history. With some of the stuff, you just know, because it's poetry or because it's talking in metaphor, symbolism, you don't take it literally. So there's a proverb, "My nagging wife is like a dripping tap." I don't think that that meant that the guy's wife was literally made of metal, and when you turned her head, water came out. Probably what it meant is that he was just saying, when she's always moaning, I find that quite annoying. And so you've got to try and you've got to figure out, okay, well, what did it mean then? If it was more history, okay, well, this is literal, this did happen. Therefore, what principles do we draw out of that? If it's Paul's teaching on the church, you've got to remember he's talking to a particular culture, a particular context. And so you've got to understand the meaning within that culture, so therefore we can apply it to the meaning that it is today. Practically, how you do that, I think commentaries are really helpful. Definitely, I find it when I'm sitting down with something like Corinthians, really helpful to have like an NT Wright, for everyone, Tom Wright for everyone commentary or something like that, just to get a bit deeper and kind of study it in a new way. But ways I also find helpful to read the Bible are just through meditating on like one verse, just getting one verse and just chewing on it a little bit. And you can do that with the simplest verse, like "The Lord is my shepherd." You just go, "The Lord is my shepherd." And then you could go, "The Lord is my shepherd." And then you could go, "The Lord is my shepherd." And it's like, even, I know it sounds silly, but by doing that, for me anyway, I get a whole load of meaning just out of one verse. And then I also find it helpful just to read it like a novel. And, that if you want rigorous interpretation, to sit down, study a particular passage, have a helpful commentary, that's the best way to do it. But just to get in the Bible and get familiar with it and get familiar with God's ways, and you can do that through meditation. You can do that just by reading it like you would read a novel. And I find that helpful.